What's up, Loop community? This is Matt McCoy. I'm here in our downtown Chicago office with my friend Brandon from Audiofusion, and he brought something here to demo that is completely blowing my mind, and it is making in-ear monitors work with your phone. So if you're at a church leading worship and you've got, you're plugging into an in-ear monitor system, with a pack, or maybe it's even a wired one, this actually lets you control your in-ear monitors from your phone, and you actually plug your headphones into the phone to hear the audio. It's pretty incredible.
Right. Yeah.
So you're going to give me a full demo here on how this actually works with Prime.
Sure.
Too. So explain, what is all this stuff? How does this work?
Sure. Our system is all software, and so it's a MacBook program. The main MacBook software we call Soundcaster, and it runs on the Mac. And what it does is it basically takes the audio from any digital mixer or audio interface. However you can get audio into the computer, just like a DAW, it'll take that audio. So today we have it connected by USB to our rack-mounted mixer here, and it's just bringing the audio in. Our software will automatically detect all the channels available from any source that you connect, and you just pick and choose which channels you want to include in the mix, and our software will package up all that raw audio and broadcast it over Wi-Fi.
Over Wi-Fi.
So I've got my little Wi-Fi router here to an app that the musicians use on their phone to not only receive the audio, so they just plug their in-ears directly into the phone, but they also have full control over every channel.
Wow.
So you've got volume and panning control on all the channels coming in.
That's cool. All on your phone. It's an app that everybody in your team can download.
That's right.
Put on their phone, and then just plug in your in-ear monitors right into the phone.
Right. So instead of plugging this into a $700 wireless body pack or a $400 personal monitor mixing box, you just use the devices that you already own.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty awesome. Okay. So the audio, the mixing for it is happening here. This is basically your in-ear monitor console.
That's right.
Basically, like an in-ear monitor console, but it's here on your computer. It's an app.
That's right. So today we have 16 channels on our rack-mounted mixer. I've enabled 8 of those channels to be included in the mix.
Okay.
And so we have audio coming in, click and loop coming in from Prime.
Okay.
So those are 2 of the channels, and then of course it will mix with all of the live instruments that you would have plugged into the mixer.
Okay. So to break this down, so this unit here, this big black box, this would be like your digital mixer?
This would be any console, digital console, or if you have an analog board, you'd need some kind of an audio interface.
Okay. So it needs like USB on it?
Yeah, USB, FireWire, Dante. Works beautifully with Dante. So however you can get audio into the Mac.
Yeah, so all you got to do is somehow get your acoustic guitar, your vocal mic, Prime, into your mixer.
That's right.
So this is just a rack mountable version.
Exactly.
Because a lot of churches would maybe have like a mixer back in the back. So go into the snake, get to the mixer, which now here's the mixer. Then the audio comes out of the mixer into this monitor software.
Right. So it comes into Soundcaster.
Yep.
You choose which inputs you want to include in the mix.
Rename them,
and then it'll send those out over Ethernet to the Wi-Fi router.
Which goes here.
And then the Wi-Fi router connects to all your devices.
Easy.
Easy.
That's pretty amazing. So, okay, let's just try. I've got my iPad here with Prime on it.
Okay.
And then I have my iPhone here and my in-ear monitors. So what I want to do is let's figure out, let's get Prime into my in-ear monitors here with a microphone.
Perfect.
So what do we need to do?
All right, so typically from Prime, you use your headphone jack splitter, right? So you've got click and cue on the left and guide on the right.
Right.
So we'll plug that into your
headphone
iPad.
Jack. Okay.
And then we've got that coming into channels 3 and 4 here.
Okay, just coming out of the headphone jack. And the click is going to go left. All right. And then we have a microphone plugged into channel 2.
Right, so you'd have your microphone and any other live instruments also plugged in.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, right. My acoustic guitar or keyboards or everyone else.
So those would all plug in, and those would be mixed in your mixer, and then they'd all come out together from the USB.
Okay, awesome. All right, so now what do we need to do to, it's already set up here, or do we need to?
It's already set up here, so when you launch.
Okay, so I'll hit play. And then I probably need to plug in my, I actually hear it coming through my phone right now.
So just plug your headphones right into your
plug my headphones
iPhone, and you're already getting audio.
Wow. Yeah, I can hear it perfectly.
So now I've already labeled all the channels here, so you'll see that you've got your click. You can go in and adjust the volume of click. If you want, you can solo that channel, so you can identify it or make sure that you've got exactly what you need.
If I click on click and then hit solo, yep.
And then it'll just be the click. And then you can just rifle through the carousel of each of the individual channels and make volume adjustments as needed.
That's cool. So click, here's my loop, I can turn it down.
That's right. And every channel that you have here on Audiofusion is all stereo. So if you wanted to pan it or separate it a little bit in your head, just hit edit and you can pan left or pan right, and it'll give you a little bit of separation in your mix.
Yeah, having stereo in your monitors makes a huge difference.
It's a huge
I actually
difference.
always pan things. Like I'll put the guitars left. I'll put like, also if I have another background like singer, I'll put them wherever they are on the stage.
Right.
So if there's one on my right. Okay, that's cool. So this is stereo. You can you save mixes or?
Well, it'll come back at this point, it'll come back where you left it last time. But down the road, we do plan to put in presets. So if you're playing at different churches or different venues, you can save what you did last time you were connecting to that mixer.
But if like in between services, the services is over, I can unplug, play on Instagram, come back.
Close it down, charge, and then when you come back, it'll come back the same way you had it.
My mix will be there. Wow, that's pretty incredible. That's a pretty easy setup.
It's super easy.
And how far away can you be from this router for it to work?
Well, it all depends on what kind of gear you have. This is a router I like to use for solo shows.
Okay.
But you might get maybe a $300 gaming router, and you could cover your whole stage. You could do up to maybe 12 or 15 musicians with a really good router. So it just depends on the gear that you have. We only sell the software part. It's up to you to connect it to your mixer or to your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, right.
But of course, you would definitely want to have a Wi-Fi router just dedicated for this purpose. You wouldn't want to use something that's already connected to the internet or something that the rest of your congregation was using.
Yeah, lock it down.
You just want to have a dedicated router just for this system.
Okay, yeah, that's very smart. Okay. Wow, so you just need the device, and I actually see Prime peeking out underneath here. Is there a way that you could actually use?
Well, now that Loop Community has Prime for Mac, it's brilliant because all I have to do is, instead of plugging into the iPad, I just plug my headphone jack. So I've got Prime coming out of my headphone jack into the mixer, mixing with all of my live instruments, and then coming back in by USB for Audiofusion.
So it enables you to use one device instead of two devices.
Exactly. So everything's running in and out of the Mac. So it's running out of the headphone jack and back in through the USB. And now I have everything all in
that's
one.
cool, because now you don't have to have two devices that you're managing. You could actually have maybe this back by the drummer or back by the keyboard player or someone.
That's right. And then I just launch from my Looptimus.
Yeah.
So I launch everything from the front. And so you need to have a good dongle.
Yeah,
so you've got multiple USB slots, one for Audiofusion, one for my Looptimus pedal, and an Ethernet jack for the Wi-Fi router.
Right. There's so many ways you can configure this. You could I was even thinking you could put this back by the sound guy, and he could run the tracks.
Absolutely.
If you didn't, if you were just going to go through the songs.
That's right. That's right.
Or you could, put it on stage and then have your whole in-ear monitor.
Yeah.
I also noticed too on the software too that you can adjust the gain. So let's just say I plug in my guitar and it's way too loud.
Right. Now every change that you make here on Soundcaster, that's universal. So that'll go out to all the connected devices, all the performers that are running.
Right.
So these are like master gain levels.
Yeah.
But on any changes that you make, of course, on your phone would only affect your mix. Wow. So if your guitar is too high, you just turn it down yourself.
Yep.
And you've got complete control.
Wow. So now this kind of changes it for the production guy, because I know that when I play at churches, they're like always running up to me, right before the service and putting in new AA batteries in my pack.
Right.
Now it's kind of like, all right, they're gonna have to probably provide like iPhone chargers.
Right, in
backstage.
between services, you want to charge up.
Make sure everybody's charged.
With an iPhone 6 or the 7 or 8, typically about 3 or 4 hours on a full charge you'll get using Audiofusion, assuming that you turn off the screen in between adjustments. Right. My keyboard player, she likes to have it on a clip on the mic stand, and so she leaves it open all the time, and she might get between 2 and 3 hours of battery life with the screen running all the time.
Wow.
But yeah, so
I mean, honestly, it could save churches money in just not buying
Just in
batteries all the
alone.
time.
Right.
And people could come with their own, well, they're coming with their own devices too,
Exactly.
which is a huge plus.
And so, but the best part about Audiofusion really is the price, because the app that the musicians use, what we call Performer, is going to be a free download. So everybody on the rotation can just have that on their phone.
Okay.
We sell Soundcaster based on how many of those performers that you need to connect at one time.
Okay.
And it's only $100 per musician. So for $100, you get wireless and personal monitor mixing for each musician.
$100 per musician.
Per musician.
That just depends how big your band is on a Sunday.
That's right.
night.
Yeah. So
which
if you
most
typically
are
have
like
seven guys on stage at one time,
Yep.
you would need 7 licenses.
$700
And
a month.
Oh, one-time purchase.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
700
total.
one-time purchase. You just
That's
buy the
right.
seat basically.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's like way cheaper
It's
than
going
like
to be it's going to be a tenth of the cost of the hardware-based solutions that are out there.
Oh
so
my gosh.
we want to make in-ear monitoring affordable for any church,
Yeah.
any musician, any budget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm thinking too, I'm like, wow, when I play solo, I
Exactly.
could provide my own ear monitor system for only $100
That's right.
plus, whatever it costs me to get a Wi-Fi router.
Right. Assuming you already have the Mac and
Yeah.
the iPhone, which
Right.
most musicians do.
Wow. This is a game changer. This is awesome. Thank you so much for showing this to us, and I'm sure there's going to be tons of people in the community that are going to be like, yeah, this is killer.
Yeah, just go to audiofusionsystems.com
Okay.
and find me, hit me up.
Yeah,
and
when's it available?
It's in the App Store right now for pre-order.
Okay.
So you can go and pre-order it now. But if you send us a note, we'd be happy to set anybody up with a copy that they can try and
right.
see how it works with their system.
Audiofusionsystems.com. That's
it.
awesome. Brandon, thanks for
Matt.
showing this, man. You guys, check this out. This is pretty killer. This is going to revolutionize in-ear monitor systems for churches all over the place. So, thanks for joining us.